guys, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at dbrand's new Steam Deck case, the Killswitch. As you can see, this is still in the packaging. We're going to go ahead and get this thing opened up. We're going to unbox it and take a look at what all you receive when you do order your Killswitch. Now, I have a few questions that I hope to answer in this video. My main one being, does it fit over a Steam Deck that you've already installed a skin on it? I have the dbrand real leather premium skin on here. It's not super cheap. I do not want to remove this skin to install the Killswitch, but when you do order a Killswitch, you actually have to pick a skin that you want. There's no option of a Killswitch without a skin as part of your order. That kind of ramps up the price of the overall package of your Killswitch. So, does it actually fit over your current dbrand skin, or maybe some other skins from other companies? Or do you have to completely remove your skin, install maybe a special cut Killswitch version of the skin? I'm not sure if it's maybe trimmed differently to fit with the Killswitch or not. We'll look at that. And you know, either way, I do plan on actually installing it onto this new 64 gig Steam Deck. This is a virgin deck, hasn't even been enabled, hasn't been set up. And I actually purchased this for my son, and we'll be putting the Killswitch on here to give this Steam Deck a little bit more protection, hopefully, so he doesn't, you know, drop it down the stairs and break it into a million pieces. So we're gonna go ahead and dive in and get this thing going. Here we have the packaging you receive when you order your Killswitch from dbrand. As you can see, it has a bunch of lettering on it and weird messaging. And we're gonna go ahead and get this thing opened up. Comes in a nice little box here. Image of the Steam Deck on it. And yeah, super nice. Foam insert. And first look of the Killswitch. This does have the, I guess you could say this is the travel cover. If I can get that removed. Oh, and here is the magnetic kickstand that's caused so much controversy. You can see here it just snaps right on. That's pretty nice. And the travel cover, made of a relatively durable feeling, hard poly plastic of some sort. But I mean, definitely, it's a nice impact. And it's, I mean, yeah, it twists a little bit, but this thing's definitely stronger than I was expecting. Here is the actual case itself. Very nice grip texture on it. Has a nice little, almost a velvety back, I guess, to hold everything in place. And of course, the flip kickstand to allow you to just set the Steam Deck once it's installed. Holds it in a nice thing. So with this, just make sure you have the correct non-controversial version of your Steam Deck fan. Otherwise, this magnet can cause issues and slow your fan down and potentially cause heating issues. I'm not sure which fan I have with my 512 gig or my 64 gig Steam Deck. They are relatively later in the pipeline, so I believe they're the Delta fans, which should be good. But I'll have to double check. There's that. And also within the case you have these, I believe, are the thumb grips. I opted for the black ones. These slide right over thumbsticks to give you a little extra grip. Not sure if these are compatible with the, I forgot what they call it, where you can use your thumb grip sensitivity and actually it's almost like a touchpad for more precise aiming. I'm not sure if this actually will render that no longer a thing. And it looks like they also still throw in the two multicolored thumb grips. I believe I also chose a skin, which you can see here is on the left side. I went with the robot theme skin. And let's see if I can get this thing removed. Here we go. This is the robot skin. Pretty cool looking. And it looks like they also give me a little microfiber cloth. So it looks like this is all they give you for when you actually have to pick a skin. So yeah, we'll go ahead and eyeball this up, see if I can get this thing attached to my 512 gig Steam Deck with my dbrand leather skin already in place. If so, that'll be pretty cool. If not, I'll be putting it on my son's Steam Deck anyways, so it wouldn't be a big deal. Here we are with my 512 gig Steam Deck with the dbrand premium leather skin. And yeah, we'll see. Does it fit? It's definitely a tight squeeze. Try not to damage the skin underneath. Don't want to end up peeling my skin up. So it looks like it kind of fits, but it's not a precise fit unless you really just start working it. And don't mind, actually just turn my Steam Deck on. So as you can see here, you can get it on, and I mean, you still access your triggers on the back here. And so I mean, everything it's in place. It just doesn't go on. It doesn't pull all the way to the front because of the thickness of the skin. So I would say, I mean, you could make it work, but it's not optimal. I'm gonna go ahead and get this off, and we're gonna try putting it on the Virgin Steam Deck with no skin in place. Wanted to point out real quick that there is differences in this cut of the skin. If you take a look here, you can see where the skin kind of goes down and then it has this diagonal here versus the skin that you get with the Killswitch. It's just a straight diagonal all the way down, and instead of, you know, going down vertically here and then a diagonal, it's a diagonal straight across. I guess this gives more room to work with the bigger palm swell of the Killswitch. So that's one main difference that I noticed of the skin. And the big thing is when you do get a skin with your Killswitch, it's literally just this. There's no back, because of course the Killswitch is the back protection, and it's just this front stuff that goes around that's exposed within the Killswitch. So of course Killswitch is right here. This is the exposed area, so this just gives you protection for your exposed area, and then the Killswitch itself provides all of the rest of the protection. Now, I was able to get my Steam Deck that has a dbrand skin into the Killswitch, but it just doesn't fit quite right. Main issue is the thickness of this back. Now, I believe you could do okay if perhaps you remove just the rear skin and maybe trimmed the skin off right here around the screen, up here and down here, and just cut this pieces off here. But of course, if you want to maintain the look of your actual skin, and it's of course a thinner product with just having the skin versus a little bit bulkier Killswitch. So I'm going to leave this premium on here. I was able to get it off, didn't do any damage to the skin, or at least not much. Maybe dinged it right here a little bit trying to get this thing on. No big deal. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to install the front skin onto this 64 gig Steam Deck. And if you watched my video, I think I linked it earlier, but it's up here somewhere for the skin install. It's the same concept. I'm going to get a little bit of heat on this. I'm going to peel it off, give it a little heat, and then apply it. Just be very careful. This should be super easy. It's not nearly as difficult as some of the curves and stuff on the back. and it's just this front section here and here. And I'm gonna get this applied, and then we're gonna go ahead and install the Killswitch onto this Steam Deck. The dbrand Killswitch included skin is installed. I actually did record it, so I included that right up into this point here. And you know, went kind of smooth. I did put this on and then end up removing it and was able to reattach it. Just used a little bit of heat and everything went on pretty smooth, no creases. Initially I had a little bit of a crease that wanted to kind of form here. That's why I removed the entire piece. Gave it a little bit more heat on the back side and reinstalled it. Went on great. Looks like it's not coming back off. So I mean, these can be pulled off and reattached, you know, within reason. So no issues with that. And you know, I went with the I guess this is the dbrand funky robo whatever mutant skin. And you know, so overall this one is pretty decent to install. This is actually harder. The thinner skins are harder to install than the thicker premium like the leather skin, because it's just easier to move the thicker skins, you know, in the little narrow gaps like right here and right, you know, right here. Harder to move these once they're in place. I didn't have any cool little tools, so I'm not really super happy with that little edge right here. So I might tweak this more. I don't know if this zooms in right here. It's a little close to the thumb pad, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. Maybe I can get a spatula tool or a wedge tool in here and actually separate it a little bit more. But overall, you know, looks cool. I like this style skin. I think my son will like this. And then, of course, we have the main portion of the Killswitch. And it looks like the easiest way is just you slide it down into the little thumb swell pockets, and then you can actually reach over, lift the top portion over the triggers, and then just make sure you don't catch a corner of your skin. Shouldn't be as much of an issue with these thinner skins than like my leather one, which it was definitely catching really pretty bad. And then you can just maneuver the case into place. And you can see fitment is 10 times better than when I tried to slide this over the dbrand leather skin. And you can see all the ports line up nicely. You have access to all your buttons, your charger port, your volume, headphone jack. You still can see the little light. And I mean, yeah, it doesn't really add a lot of bulk to the Steam Deck. I mean, not much. And then of course, the controversial magnetic kickstand. Kind of a hard angle with the camera, but you can see it holds it up just fine. No issues with the kickstand. Not really supposed to, I guess, game with it on in your hand. You just pop it off. And then I went with the black little thumbsticks, and these just slide over. Let's see if I can show you a little bit better. These just slide over top of your actual joystick. And I'll have to test these out later once I get this Steam Deck actually finished set up. I'm actually going to be installing a 512 gig SSD on here, so stay tuned for that video before I actually set this thing up and give it to my son. And of course, you have your other little thumbstick. These are the ones, if you add, I think it's a couple dollars more if you want the black thumbsticks. I believe it comes with the orange and blue by default as part of your package. But I figure the black thumbstick cover goes better with the white and black skin and the black Killswitch. So here, they definitely add a little bit more grip, so no complaints there. Easier to maneuver. And then of course, if you do opt in for, I guess, the premium or whatever, you get the travel cover. And see how this bad boy actually goes on. Does it go on? Yeah, it looks like it just, you grip it around the top, and then the bottom snaps in. It has these little locking tabs here that actually it grips onto with the Killswitch. Give you some extra protection. Has little raised bumps here for your joysticks. And I guess some people were asking the question, does this fit inside of your valve case? And so I guess we can see. No, definitely not with your travel cover, because I mean, this really is the case. So let's see if we can remove it from the travel cover. You just grab this lip here and you can peel it off, and then we'll see. And yeah, this Killswitch without the travel cover fits into the Steam Deck case from Valve. Doesn't seem like an issue. Yeah, the joysticks still slot into the little joystick cutout nubs here. So it fits. I mean, it's a tighter squeeze, but I mean, not bad. I mean, it fits. I would say that fits perfectly fine if you went with the Killswitch without the travel cover. But if you did go with the Killswitch with the travel cover, you can actually just maybe throw in the kickstand in here, maybe some extra joysticks, micro SDs, maybe your if you have a possible hub or some extra cords, and then use this to carry that, your accessories, your charger, maybe instead of keeping it back here behind this strap, throw your charger in here, and then pack both of these. And for thickness, of course, it's significantly smaller, easier to throw in a backpack or something than the slightly bulky standard case. Now, if you want to compare with just a skin, here's the premium skin. Here is the Killswitch in the travel case. And then a little bit of side by side, maybe. You can see that. show the bulk difference. Premium skin, Killswitch. So I mean, it's not that much. I mean, it's not that much thicker than just a skin, you know, a premium skin, which is relatively thick, than if you go to Killswitch skin and have it set up this way. So I mean, overall I'm pleased with it. I'm gonna have to you know, check my fan when I pull this. I'm gonna be pulling the Steam Deck apart in a future video to do my drive install, and I'll just double check what fan I have. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and jump back out of this view and wrap this video up. That wraps up the install of the dbrand Killswitch. Overall, super easy. I mean, the skin is a skin, so sometimes they can go good and sometimes they can go bad. And you know, I kind of like this travel cover. Kind of hard to take off like that, but I mean, it's super nice looking. I mean, it doesn't add, you know, much bulk to the Steam Deck. It looks good, it feels durable. It's definitely more durable than just a skin, even the premium thicker skins. And you know, overall, you know, I like it. Now, as you may have heard, and I mentioned at the beginning, there is controversy going on regarding this magnetic mount. Super cool mount. I mean, boom, you're done with it, you pull it off. And yeah, if you have I believe it's one of the earlier ones, and some of the other ones I guess sprinkled in, they use a different fan to cool off the Steam Deck. I guess the fan sits in here somewhere. And I guess the magnet in the magnetic mount causes the fan to slow down and potentially overheat your Steam Deck. And I guess if you have the Delta fan, which is the nicer, the one that makes less annoying noise, a lot of people upgrade to anyways, if you have that fan, it shouldn't cause an issue. They did actually mention it might actually speed up your fan. I don't know how that works out or if that was just a fluke. But so I guess they did a ton of testing on this Killswitch, the mount and everything. And I guess all of their test Steam Decks, I'm not sure how many that may be, none of them had the older fan style. So they did not catch this. They actually sent the Steam Deck out, well, the Killswitch for the Steam Deck out to a number of different content creators. They tested it. Nobody said anything until pretty much the last, I think it was The Verge or somebody like that, was the only one that actually may have had the older style Steam Deck with that fan. And they brought it to attention of dbrand, and then dbrand immediately put out an email after doing a little bit of troubleshooting, I guess, to confirm. They sent out an email pretty much suspending a pre-order. So I must have gotten, like, I got this email and saw other people getting the emails right after this was shipped to me. So I guess I got lucky that I received mine. But looks like they're taking care of everybody. Anybody who has purchased it and received one is going to get a brand new one with a different kickstand sometime, I believe January. And instead of having a magnet like this one, it's going to have a mechanical device. So I guess it's probably going to be like a standard, you know, swing out mechanical built-in one, or it's going to, you know, snap in and clip in, no magnets. So yeah, so I mean, I guess I'll be getting 2 of these. So maybe I will end up putting it on here and tweaking my skin. So stay tuned for that if I do that. And you know, I'll be able to keep this one, and I'll know shortly to confirm if I have the right fan, and then I'll be monitoring, and I'll probably keep running this, but I doubt I would even use a kickstand very much. My son might, maybe if he's laying in bed with his Steam Deck. So you know, there's that. So you know, it sucks that they missed this in their you know, R&D. I guess it's $1 million mistake, they said. And but you know, they seems like they are being very proactive. They contacted everybody, and everybody's going to get another one, full replacement, no charge. You don't have to ship this back. So I mean, it's a win for the consumer in the long run. It does suck, and you know, in the short term for most people. So in the meantime, if you're not sure what fan you have, you know, probably don't use the kickstand unless you're just storing it off, you know, and you want it to sit looking cool. But yeah, so it's one of those things. Sometimes, you know, bad things can happen, but I haven't heard anybody actually blowing up their Steam Deck running this magnetic kickstand. Now, you know, maybe somebody has, and I haven't heard about it. But yeah, so that wraps up this video. Feel free to subscribe, like, share, comment. Let me know what you like to see. And if you like any more videos, maybe I'll put something else out. You know, recommend me whatever you would like to see. and I'll see if I can make it happen. So as always, peace.